Hi, this morning I figured I'd take you guys along with me as I do my daily morning routine of making the beds, wiping down the kitchen, wiping the bathroom, and getting kids off to school. So I hope you enjoy this and this gives you a little bit of motivation to get up and go, even though I had absolutely no motivation this morning. I did not want to do anything. Don't mind my hair. I had gotten up, put clothes on, and get the kids ready because I was running behind and get the house ready. And didn't have a chance to hit the shower until later on in the day. So, excuse my hair. Finally, putting my hair up and making it look half decent. Let's pack this up. begin with anything. Ever feel like when you look at a little bit of a mess, you just don't feel like cleaning it? That's me. I'm lazy today. Keep this. I gotta work on this. Mac, can you come here and get this? Can you take that book back into your room, please?
Wasn't it in your room?
Well, you're the one using it right now. Today. Do believe I left you on. I did. I'm such an idiot. I just left my laptop. I just left my laptop on all night. Close the front door.
I didn't mean to do it too hard.
I know. Seriously? Yeah, that's taken. I think it's next week, the appointment with the dealership. Okay, off to school we go. All the leaves. I was so excited for the second cup of coffee and to sit and just watch a couple minutes of TV, enjoy it in the peace and quiet of the house. And then I looked out my window and
Now I get to relax,
realized that
have
I
my
had
last cup of
forgotten
coffee,
that the contractor was coming by and he
finish
had
the work.
just arrived. So my coffee, my relaxation did not happen. It was one of those days from here on.
It's about an hour from the sunset. My own dog usually runs around within proximity of the camp. As I put the tent up and make dinner, etc. But I noticed this time was a little different. He kept staring at this steep tree-filled mountainside, held straight up and barking. Not the bark when he sees marmots. Not the excited, "Oh, you guys are so lucky because I'd rip you all apart if my master wasn't here," high-pitched barks. But more like an unsure, concerned barks. Now, the day before, I had a note left under a rock at the last landmark, saying there was a problem bear in the area that was harassing a party of campers just a few days ago, and I myself had seen big cat tracks the day before. So I was rightfully concerned that this may be a bit more than just ground squirrels. I decided to go climb some of the boulders at the foot of the hill while I took my time looking at the hillside for movement before I went to hang my beer bag up there. There were the only trees around to hang the bag. I didn't see or hear anything, but my dog came quietly whining like there was something up there. So while still concerned, I started hiking up this steep hill to hang the bag. It was so steep I had to use the trees to balance and lean against so I didn't go tumbling down before making another 5 to 6 step push to the next tree to hang again. Anyway, I'm slowly making it up to this hill/ridge, hopping from tree to tree to keep my balance. Then I get about 100 feet up the hill, and I hear a whole lot of big movement about 50 feet in front of me. My dog immediately
Oh
goes
my
to
God,
the
it is so
ground.
cold.
Off the 12 to 15 foot cliff onto the boulders below. Like literally hundreds of 5 to 20 foot boulders. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty screwed about it. I had her zipped into my tent so she didn't run wrong while I was away. So yeah, I'm absolutely panicking at this point. A few seconds after I finally snap back to it, and I take another few seconds just
on it a little bit, and then you're gonna have to go on your school computer for iReady.
Mom, I did that today.
Mackenzie,
You should know that.
doesn't matter.
No.
And I basically punched
Go.
myself in the face.
Oh.
Huh?
I'm having some serious adrenaline dumps going right now. So much that my knees are starting to shake. I get my lamp on and peer up the hillside. I figured I'll at least get a reflection of lights or whatever's up there.
She is.
Nothing.
Can you put this on top of Mommy's bed on your way in there, please?
Both did.
Honey, they're at Disney.
Because I have to sleep here tonight. And you know, I'm out here in the middle of nowhere alone. Better to face it than just wait like a sitting duck all night long.
I cannot get over how cold I am.
So yeah, as I'm looking at this hill, and at one point my dog lunges forward, unpinning me. I couldn't see his eyes, and his face was covered in dirt or something. But I knew we were staring right at each other at that moment. So I stared for a few minutes. No words. I felt like I was trying to subconsciously convey that I was going to stand my ground. I wanted him to know that I saw it. But I guess I was just too shaken up to speak. As I'm staring, my little dog back at the campsite started to bark her head off again, like she was scared. The moment I had spotted someone else on the trail, I called out. Not to expose Sherwood, but just asking for directions back to the parking area.
Okay.
I wanted to make sure Sherwood and I wouldn't be left alone together. I asked this gentleman to walk us back to the parking lot. I wasn't going to take no for an answer. I kept pretending like I was confused about his directions, and eventually he'd go away. I had already told her through text, but then I started to go into all of the details. The fact that the body was in sex, the fact that the face was decomposing but still recognizable, etc. Her reaction was pure terror. Not just about the dead body, but also how nonchalantly Sherwood had treated the whole situation. She confessed that she had always sensed something was off about him, even though she'd never imagined anything this disturbing. We both agreed that we needed to remove Sherwood from our lives. She admitted that she felt stuck, and she had become too reliant on Sherwood just to fire him cold turkey. We planned out how we would do it. It was this gradual phasing out thing. We would limit our interactions to times when others were present. We would slowly reduce our responses to his texts. I would never ask for his help again, and my friend would ask for less and less help. Sherwood kept texting during the weekends.
Alexa,
offering
turn it down.
errands, or asking if we needed anything, to which my friend would reply, I'm trying to work on being more independent, but you've really been such a good help. Eventually, as my friend had started dating someone
We'll cook
new,
these tonight.
she introduced Sherwood to her boyfriend. Sherwood never contacted her after that. I had called the cops the same night of the incident, but it was a while before we heard news about it. A gorgeous, nice and green, cool mountain air in the summer. It was all about there and away from the dusty roads. My dad was ex-military, and having two daughters, let's just say we did lots of outdoor stuff. He taught us survival skills and how to defend ourselves. We hunted and fished and we did lots of camping and hiking. To us, it was always a fun time, but I guess he felt the need to pass on his skills to us. We spent several weeks in the summer up there hiking with him and exploring the old cabins, mining communities, and checking the big ditch project that was built for the Red River back in the late 1800s. I think that's the correct date for that project, but I'm not quite sure. Anyways, it's a really great place to hike with some beautiful high mountain lakes, streams, lots of wildlife. You get the point. This happened when I was in college. My younger sister was still in high school. My dad was still at home having to work and would come up every few weeks to spend time with us. We were up there with our mom, and she mainly spent time in town or around the property painting. We spent our time on the Jeep trails or hiking and sleeping. It was late June, maybe early July, I think, and we decided that we were going to go hike up to Lost Lake. It's one of my favorite lakes up there, because if you look at it from a certain angle, it looks like a heart. We set off in the morning, and we were prepared. And we both had a small hammock we planned to set up once we got to the lake, so we could just enjoy the area for a while. I will admit to being an outdoor type, and where when it's quiet enough, you can hear the trees talk. We also also both always carried a knife when we hiked. My dad always insisted we have something just in case an accident happened, or if we just needed it. The hike was going good. Since the summer cabin is pretty far up the valley, we just sat out on foot to the trailhead. To get to Lost Lake, you take another trail that goes up to Middle Fork Lake. Then you break off that trail for Lost Lake. We ran into a few other hikers, but they were going to Middle Fork Lake. And we were pleased because it looked like we could possibly have Lost Lake all to ourselves. It's a pretty good hike with some long switchbacks at the end, but totally worth it because the lake is just beautiful. And it's a very pretty emerald green in color. Back for a bit to find a good spot to set up our hammocks. We walked into the tree line. The first thing my sister said was, "Do you smell that?" Yeah, I did. It was a dead animal with a strong scent of blood. We've both done lots of hunting, and we knew that smell well. I stepped back from the little circle, and then my sister started to say my name, but stopped. Because then we see the guy who had done this. He looked like he had just climbed out from inside the deer because he's covered in blood, and he doesn't have much clothing on. At first, I thought he didn't even have anything on, but honestly, I didn't try and check him out much. He was standing right around for a closer little circle, just standing close to a group of trees that were pretty close together. He was maybe 20 feet from us. I think that he was maybe trying to hide, but not sure. But my dad had always taught us that if we ever found ourselves in a situation where we didn't feel in control, to do everything in our power to try to take full control of the situation. Do something that's going to take the other person by surprise. Don't do what they expect. Your sister was about to freak the hell out. So I stepped up and said, "Hey, pretty good kill you got there. Did you use a bow?" The guy just stood there, his eyes all crazy wide like he was stoked out of his brain on planet Pluto. So I'm thinking, great. We ran into this guy getting his work on, and he had lost it and was getting blood crazy with his deer. He was staring me down, and I was staring right back, and my sister was getting ready to run. I still don't know what came over me, but I've been on the lake. My sister stayed up front, and she was shaking pretty badly. I was mainly pissed off at first, because if he wanted to get all crazy in the woods with his deer, then he should have gone further back up in the forest. We got back to the trailhead, and we had stopped to get our bearings and looked at each other. I was scanning the forest line just to make sure we weren't being followed, and my sister was just in shock. We started down the trail pretty fast, and I was hoping I could keep my sister together until we could at least reach the Middle Fork Lake Trail, or that we would even run into some more hikers. But the odds weren't good on this particular trail because you have to get an early start on the Lost Lake Trail, and by now it was late morning /evening. We were making good time and hadn't even discussed what we saw. Just started hiking back down. I started to get that feeling when you just know you aren't alone. I kept checking, but I didn't see anything, or even really tell anything at first. My sister refused to leave back and just kept going. And I felt that I had to keep checking to make sure that the idiot wasn't following us. That's when the first stuff came flying at us. There was some small pebbles, but it really pissed me off because it was obvious someone was throwing them at us, and it could have only been him. My sister was almost running at this point, but I'm a mouthy smart aleck. I blame the Texas upbringing, and dang it, this was my forest. I ain't grown up here, and these were my legs, my trails, and I wasn't about to let some crazy dude run in for me. I started yelling back that he needed to go back to his deer and leave us alone. At this point, my sister telling me to shut up and just come on. And I'm thinking, no way. This guy is just trying to scare us. The pebbles stopped, and then we started hearing barking and growling noises. My sister then said, "Now he's growling at us?" And I just wanted to get down on the trail and ignore it. He was behind us pretty much the whole way, growling and making these barking noises every once in a while, but I never caught a glimpse of it. Once we got close to where the trail joined with the Middle Fork Trail, he seemed to back off. I never got sight of him discuss what had happened, and she felt like he was very sinister and felt like he was in a dangerous situation. I felt like he was just getting his kicks out of scaring two girls. I mean, we had to notice coming around the lake.
October 1st, and we get the toy catalogs. This is the second one we've got.
It's too early for Christmas.
So he wouldn't come up on one. To this day, she still thinks he was sinister. I think he was just trying to save his deals and the serious kicks out of it. He knew to do with us again. We didn't have that girl for several years before that. I really feel for my sister. And I still like remembering a time where I was scared in the forest that I considered my own. I didn't know it at the time, but after I came back to the house and told my mom, she called some neighbors, and a few of the men hiked up there the next day to check things out. They did find a blue carpets and some empty hiking packs like what day hikers use, but they were empty. They also found a rusted campsite further back in the woods that had been cleared out as well. Preamble. I'm a late 20s female, and this happened fairly recently. Nothing bad happened to me, but I'm really lucky it didn't, and it easily could have. There's a conservation area that I still have to walk in regularly. It's beside a golf course in an ordinary subdivision just off a busy road, and it's pretty popular with dog walkers and photographers. The conservation area is fairly well maintained and alerts its users that there are hidden cameras everywhere. My point in bringing attention to all of this is to say that by all accounts, this is a very safe, vanilla urban wooded area in a populated area. One main thing about me is that I really like isolation to recharge. I dislike crowded trails, and by convention, go in off-peak hours, or when the weather's unpleasant. Not dangerous, but unpleasant. For example, when it's too cold, lightly raining, foggy, etc. I stay safe, but I like there to be as few people around as possible. In a city in daylight, I don't feel like I'm taking any risks by doing this. The first encounter. There was one day I went in around 4 p.m. or so on a free Monday in November. On days like that, there are maybe only 1 or 2 dog walkers. But today, there was no calling except for a dirty blue carpet with a man sitting in it. I noticed that he was looking at me, but that
Just keep on falling.
me. I was just happy to see the trail was empty. On this particular day, I went to the area to practice my navigation skills. I was learning how to use a compass. Freak out for zero reason.
Ziggy,
And I don't
Alexa.
know relax it.
Stop.
Seriously?
Dress fast the other way. Conclusion. I took the long way home, filled out a police report, and the police opened an investigation on it. I have not gone back to the conservation area since, and this experience has definitely left me with an ongoing nervousness about being alone. Doubling more because I do not know who the second guy is. I passed him so quickly. I only know that he was about mid-50s, had glasses, and he was bald. The police unfortunately told me there's nothing they can really do at this point. So the best I can do is stay vigilant and to try to not let it freak me out too much. Unfortunately, this has totally ruined my love for going out into the wilderness alone.
Okay, so I finished the kitchen. I got dinner right there. Making meatballs for dinner tonight, so I got the stuff for dinner, and I think I want to make some brownies. No, that's not what I want to make. I'm sorry. I'm making chocolate chip cookies with cheesecake in it. So that's why it's there. I'm going to try to tackle that tonight. I need to put my camera stuff away, and then I need to put that in the refrigerator, put the dishes away. And I have some pumpkin seeds over there that I want to try to roast at some point tonight. Never done it before. I'm going to give it a shot. But this is the kitchen. It's all done. That's my daily to-do, minus the laundry that I did not get a chance to do. And I will get to it probably tomorrow morning because I don't think I'm going to get a chance for it, and it's already 4 o'clock, so that's not happening. So, but thank you for being with me for this little bit, and I will see you next time.